And in the U.S., stock index futures were higher this morning as market participants digested comments from the Federal Reserve. At around 6:20 a.m. Eastern Time, Dow futures indicated a positive open of about 30 points. Futures on the S&P and Nasdaq were both marginally higher. Wall Street closed lower on Wednesday on the back of new comments from Chairman Jerome Powell. The central bank kept rates unchanged, but it dented some speculation about a potential rate cut on the horizon. In the corporate world, Kellogg, Under Armour, CBS, Expedia, and Gilead Sciences are due to report. On the data front, there will be jobless claims, productivity data, and unit labor costs at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, followed by factory orders at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And away from the markets and back here in Africa, the IMF Director for Africa, Abebe Selassie, has asked the African countries coping with low commodity prices to do more to rebalance investment and sustainable debt. Speaking on the sideline of the launch of Regional Economic Outlook for Sub-Saharan Africa in Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Selassie said they should also ramp up tax collection.
The commodity price slump of 2015 ended a decade of rapid growth across Africa. The IMF cut its 2019 economic growth projection for sub-Saharan Africa this year to 3.5% from 3.8% seen last October in its regional report published early April. The IMF said its lower forecast reflects downward revisions for Nigeria and Angola as oil prices weakened. In countries worst hit by the slump, the balance between investment aimed at development and sustainability had to be improved.
We think that over the last couple of years, given the size of the shock to the economy, that the government has used, has allowed fiscal deficits to increase, to support the economy, and given how very low the level of debt was, we think that it was appropriate to use the government balance sheet to try and cushion the heavy blow that the economy was hit by the decline in commodity prices.
Nigeria, Angola and South Africa, which make up about 60% of sub-Saharan Africa's annual economic output, have all faced challenges to growth. According to Selassie, Nigeria, which is Africa's biggest economy, should do more to increase domestic revenue by raising taxes to improve debt service and fund infrastructure development.
So raising more taxes, either through administrative measures or looking at new policy areas, will be very important, I think, going forward. This is important not just for debt service, but much more importantly, to be able to invest in health, education, build the infrastructure that government wants to.
Selassie also cited Chad and Congo Republic as countries with debt sustainability issues.
One of the challenges for Congo is that the debt situation is at an unsustainable level, and the authorities are working towards, are having discussions with their creditors to find a way in which debt can be brought to a sustainable level.
Concerns about rising debt in Zambia, alongside accusations of additional hidden debt borrowing and government corruption, have spooked investors and Western donors in recent months. Selassie also said Mozambique's government had informed the IMF that it was holding talks with creditors to bring debt back to a sustainable level.